Hi, my name is Lalit Viswakarma. Recently I am engaged in PGT chemistry and I have completed my master degree in organic chemistry as my specialization paper. And in this video I am going to discuss three of the questions which are MCQs which have been provided me by the Unacademy platform as my demo classes. Okay? So let's start the video, and I hope I will make you understand through the video. So the first question here is, it says that give the correct order of any cells true and false for the following statement. I mean, four different statements are given to us and we have to justify the statement whether they are true or not. And the first statement which is given is the number of electrons having L equal 0 is 10 in palladium. Now L equal 0 means what? L is the value of what? I mean, L is what? It's an azimuthal quantum number, and when L equal to 0, it means what? S orbital or what? S subcell. That means we have to find that the number of electron which present in s orbital is 10 in case of palladium. So we have to find out this. So we could get these things when we will write the atomic number of palladium, which is 46, and its electronic configuration, which is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, then 3d10, 4s2, 4p6, then 4d10. So this is the electronic configuration of palladium element. Now if you could see here the s orbital, this is 1s, 2s, 3s and 4s. That means only 4 s orbitals are there in case of palladium. So what we know is that in case of s orbital, if it is the s orbital, so it can contain maximum 2 number of electron, right? And as we can see here, all the orbital contain 2 electron. That means what? If you count the total number of electron here, that means what? 4 s orbitals are there into 2 equal to what? 8 electrons is there. So as it is 8 electron is there, so the statement given, it is what? It is not correct. It is what? False, right? It is false. Now the another statement says that the value of Z effective for 3d electron of chromium and 3d electron of manganese is same as the number of electron in D subcell are the same. Now as we can see that chromium and manganese both are having what? 3d5, 3d5. Here it will be what? 4s1, and here it will 3d5, 4s1 and 3d5, 4s2. That means whatever the rest of the electron, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. So it will be what? Same electron in both the cases, right? It will be same electron in both the cases. Now it is asking for 3d electron. So 1 electron we will consider. So it is what? If you supposed to calculate this effective Z effective, that means what we will find here is that it is calculated by an equation called Z minus sigma, right? So sigma is considering as a what? Selling constant here. Okay, so this is effective nuclear charge. So this Z means what? Atomic number of the element. Now if you can see here that whatever the value comes out for sigma in case both the cases, I mean up to this orbital, it is coming out as what? 18.2. okay, it is coming out in 18.2, and if we will discuss this later on if I got the chance to go through the classes. Then if it is the case, then for chromium what will be? 24 minus 18 into 2, right? And it will be 5.8, right? And if it is manganese, it will be what? 25 minus 18.2, which will be what? 6.8. So that means what? If you could see here, that means what? For chromium it is 5.8 and for your manganese it is what? 6.8. That means what? It is false, right? It is false. Now if you look at the third statement, it says spin multiplicity of iron is equal to that of nickel 2 positive. Iron, which is 26, and nickel 2 positive is also 26. Now the thing is that it will be 1:2, 2:2, 2p6, 3:2, 3p6, 3d6, 4:2 here, and it will be what? 1:2, 2:2, 2p6, 3:2, 3p6, 3d8, and when it is only nickel, it is what? 4:2. As it is nickel 2 positive, this 2 electron is eliminated from here. Now, as we're talking about the multiplicity, the term it is provided only the multiplicity, the probably it will be spin multiplicity, right? And when we're talking about spin multiplicity, it is calculated as twice L plus 1, twice S plus 1. So S is what here? S is what here? Total number of spin. And how it is calculated? It is calculated by N into M, and N represents what? Number of unpaired electron. It represents what? Number of unpaired electron. Okay. Now, as you can see that this is the last orbital here, right? So this will be here. So in case of iron, it is what? 3d6. So when we are considering 3d6, so d orbital contain how many? 5 subcells are there, right? In D. So it will be at 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4. These are what? Not paired, right? So this is what? Unpaired electron. So N equal to what here? 4. Right? N equal to 4. Right? So if it is N equal to 4, then S equal to what? N into 1 by 2. That means 4 into half equal to 2. That means 4 8 multiplicity will be what? Spin multiplicity, say M, will be what? 2S plus 1. So what is the value of S? 2 into 2 plus 1 equal to what? 5. And in case of Ni2 positive, so it is what? 3d8, right? 3d8. So if you consider 3d8 here, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what is the number of unpaired electron? It is only 2, right? So S equal to what? 2 into half, right? According to this equation, then it will be 1. That means what? It will be twice L plus 1 will be what? 2 into 1 plus 1 equal to what? 3. That means what? This statement is also false, right? It is saying equal, but they are not equal. They are coming out as what? For iron it is 5, and for nickel 2 positive ion it is coming out as what? 3. That means this statement is also false. Okay. And the last question here is what? The statement is what? Value of N by L for the last electron of element having atomic number. Sorry, it is what? Atomic number 57 is what? 0.4. This is the question. Okay. 57 is what? 0.4. Now let's examine this statement again, right? Now 57, when we are considering 57, so it is what? None other than the element called lanthanum, right? And if you write the electronic configuration of La, which is 57, then 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3d10, 4s2, 4p6, 4d10, 5s2, 5p6, 5d1 and what? 6s2. That means this is the last orbital where one electron is entering, right? That means 5d is the orbital where the last electron is what? Entering. So for this, how could we find the value of L and N? Now look, this represents orbital and it has a particular value of L, right? So for L equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, we are having subcells or orbital like S, P, D and F. Okay. So if it is the case, that means what? 4d, what is the value of L coming out? It is what? 2 here. And as the value of this 5 is given here, I mean the coefficient of this orbital is representing the value of what? N. Right? So we have to find what? L by N. So 2 by 5, that means what? It is what? 0.4. That means what? The last statement is true in this case. And the above three statements are what? False. That means what? According to the option provided here, that means what? D will be your what? Correct answer. Okay, D will be the correct answer for us. So here is the second question for us, and it says that the correct set of quantum number for the last electron of sodium positive ion. Now if you could see, sodium having 11 electron, the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, and it is what? 3s1. And when it is sodium positive, it will be what? 10, which is what? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. And before going to the option, let us examine that which is the last electron in case of sodium positive ion, right? So obviously if it is the last orbit, then the electron will insert it in this orbit. And if we talk about this orbital 2p, so 2p, it is what? 2px, this is 2py and 2pz. 6 electrons are here. And if you distribute the electron 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that means what? This is the last electron which is entering in the p orbital of a sodium positive ion. Now for this electron we have to examine the value of n, l, m and what? s. That means n is what? Principal quantum number, l is azimuthal quantum number, m is magnetic quantum number, and s is what? Spin quantum number. Now look, how could we find the value of n, l, m? Now look at what is the orbital here it is given? It is given as what? 2p orbital. So from this orbital we can easily find out the value of n and l, right? That means what is L here? For value of L equals 0, 1, 2, 3, we are having orbitals like S, P, D and F. So what? It is P, right? So for P, what is the value of L? It is 1. That means 1 will be here. And whatever the coefficient of the orbital it defines the value of n. That means what is the coefficient here? It is what? 2. That means what? 2 will be here. And what will be the value of m here, right? Magnetic quantum number. Now look, if we talk about the magnetic quantum number value, it is given by twice L plus 1. Meaning this number of values we will have. That means if you look at the value here, it is 2 into 1 plus 1 equal to what? 3. Then the values are minus 1, 0 and what? Plus 1. So this will be what? Minus 1, 0, it will be what? Plus 1. So as the last electron enters in the plus 1 orbital, right? Magnetic quantum number, then it will be what? 1. And if you could see for the spin quantum number, a spin quantum number can be of 2, right? It can be minus half or it can be plus half. When it is spin up, the value will be what? Plus half, and when it is spin down, the value will be what? Minus half, right? Now, if you could see here, the spin of the electron of the last electron, in this case it is what? Down. That means what? Obviously its value will be what? Minus half. So the correct answer for this, I have not seen here. The last option is about to be similar, but this m value is given as 0. But I don't think it will be 0, as I have provided the logic to you, right? Why it can't be 0. So the correct answer will be what? 2, 2, 1 and what? Minus 2. Okay.